I ain't hungry. First, I always say hungry dogs run fast. I ain't hungry. I'm starving.
Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's going to run. He's in. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts.
When that cage opens up again, our teeth are snarling. We're drooling. We're ready. We're hungry, ready to hunt again.
Dallas. We hate you. Racing snow. The Eagles train to go. The Eagles win.
And again, and again, and again.
It ain't about them. It's about us. We play up to our potential. Each and every one of us together. Nobody can beat us. I promise you. Promise you.
What is up, my brews, my bird brews? Welcome back to another Speaking Birds. It's your boy, Speaks. We are victory, podding it up. It is the Eagles at 6-2. Guys, how we feeling?
Good to be here. Feeling pretty good, although that was an ugly win. So,
Yeah.
feeling good.
Yeah, good to be here, guys. I'm feeling good. I've some sloppiness there, but like I said after that Browns week, I'm done with the style points. Just give me a W. Wasn't as pretty as I thought, but going into it, I thought that was going to be the case because if you go back and look, the Jags play everybody tight for whatever reason. I mean, they almost beat Green Bay last week, who was supposed to be some juggernaut inside the NFC. So I figured it was going to be a close game, and then after the first half, I was like, okay, we're just going to curb stomp them.
Yeah.
Well, not so much, but a win's a win. I feel great about it. There's really some weird extracurricular shit happened in this game that made the score closer than what the actual game was. We dominated that game. Let's just be upfront and blunt about it. The Philadelphia Eagles went in there and dominated that game. The score doesn't say that, but if you go in and look at and I'm one of the guys that say don't just go look at the stat box afterwards. This is a game that you go and look at the stat box and you're like, okay, this game was definitely not as close as the score would indicate. So I don't feel as bad as I did kind of in the moment, and I didn't even really feel that bad. I kept telling you guys, we got this. Like no matter what, even when they were driving down to score the go ahead, I was like, dude, we got this. Our defense is going to hold. We're good. So some sloppy stuff here, some extracurricular weird shit that you're not going to see every week. Some questionable, coaching decisions here, I'll say. But overall, I'm encouraged. I feel good. I mean, we looked at this stretch of games coming in, and we're like, if we go, 3-1, we probably did good. We went 4-0, so I think we did great.
Yeah. Hey, optimistic, man. I love it.
Yeah. A lot of positives I'm taking out of this one. I'm not a negative Nancy here like I was after the Browns one, just because it looked a little dicey late.
Car stays on the road. Car stays between the lines. Stays
sir.
between the lines. I gotta say, guys, before we get into it, I gotta be fully transparent here. I had a engagement that I had to get to today. My girlfriend was singing in a concert, so I had to do the bar thing. I hate watching games at a bar. I don't know about you guys, but I just need to be locked in on my TV. Like I just felt like the game happened, and I'm not even like I was watching it, but like if you asked me to really go back, and I didn't have a chance to rewatch it, but my memory is like I don't know. People are trying to talk to you, and it's like there's like tons of stuff going on, and then I had to leave for that engagement midway through the fourth, and it's like this legendary game. So to the listeners, I apologize. This is not it's not an every game thing, but you guys will have to really fill me in and walk me through. I know I was looking on my phone, but just the emotions down the stretch. Guys, walk me through. Like, okay, so I left, and it looked like there was tons happening. Like, what did that fourth quarter look like while you're watching it? Because I haven't yet to go back and rewatch it.
Well, the fourth quarter was kind of crazy, and again, it was a bunch of, I'd say, dumb shit from Nick Sirianni. So, I mean, at one point, he's kicking a 57-yard field goal, and he gave the Jaguars the ball back on the 50 because Elliott misses it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, at that point, I thought for sure we might throw this game away.
Right.
Obviously,
I thought we were gonna throw it away in the third when they're it was 16-22. It was like a one possession game at that point. I'm like, this is a game that we have come accustomed to losing. This close game where they come back and just win.
Yeah, I mean, once they gave him the ball there on the 50, I was like, I think we're gonna lose this game now, man. I was definitely losing my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, go
I
ahead,
was gonna
Clay.
say I never really felt like this game was gonna end in a loss, but I could see where people would start getting tight there. That it really where I would say it really turned to where it looked like holy shit, man. All right, there's a real possibility, and like I said, I didn't believe it, but I could see like they said like some of the beat writers were saying like the atmosphere in the link went from like partying, jovial to all of a sudden tight, and it did it on a dime. So I could see that. Like in the fourth quarter there, the moment that I thought, oh shit, here we fucking go, was when dumbass Avante Maddox comes out and gets that pass interference on Ingram there,
Mm,
down in the I think they were almost in the red zone, if not in the red zone, to give him a spot foul, that crucial first down to give him the spot foul and to go to get a score there, and it was like, here we go.
yeah, yeah. So what happened, Maddox? Why is he in the game? Like, what's going on personnel
Yeah.
wise? Like, why is he even there?
I
Exactly
guess we're
what I
running a
said.
dime. I guess we're running dime. Like, and that's his position right now is dime backer. But I'm done with him, dude. Like, cut him at
Give
this
me
point.
Ringo at that point.
Ringo, give me Sidney Brown. I'll take anybody. Give me a backup safety out there. I don't care.
Yeah,
Like, I'm done with Avante Maddox, dude. Like, he's too handsy. He's not physical enough. Look,
Do you think?
and
Do you
this
think?
guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Clayton. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say this guy was a good player for us. He was one of the better nickel slots in the league for a while, but that time's up, man. Like
Well, yeah.
you have to understand where he's at as a player and move the fuck on. I get that he's been, a serviceable player. He was a good player, but he's not that anymore. So maybe it's the injuries. I mean, he was constantly injured there. Maybe they caught up with him,
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You brought up Hansy. I mean, are we thinking that this is a guy that, look, he declined because of his injuries. He can no longer like rely on his physical ability to put him in place to make a play. So is he using his hands? Like is he relying on that because he can't go out there and play at the speed he needs to?
Maybe, or maybe he was just too little to handle Ingram on that because I mean he was all over him before the ball got there. He was, as they were making their break in the route there, he was handsy. It was just I don't know. I
I don't.
honestly I don't know what the hell the deal is with him. I just know he's cooked.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously nobody wanted to sign him as a corner. Um, and what wasn't he taking like safety reps in camp?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, because Q came out and took over the first spot at slot. So it was Rogers and Ringo rotating, competing for QB2 on the outside, and then Slay was, entrenched at number one. So yeah, Maddox really was just doing, backup nickel reps and starting safety reps when players were out. Like there for a while when CJ went out for like a week and a half.
then obviously, like you don't really see him in the game. I don't think I saw him in the game at all before that. So he's in there cold,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Like what, you're just pulling him off the bench there? Like, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I don't
I
like
mean, he
it.
could have been in a game. I just don't. I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, I
Here's
didn't really
one.
see him or Huff, to be honest.
Yeah, well, Huff, yeah, you brought up in the chat like Huff was not injured
Yeah, he
playing last.
was.
I haven't
Oh, he was.
he
All
was?
right.
I saw he
Nick
wasn't.
Nick said in the uh, post game presser that he had a hand injury. He wasn't feeling right after the walk.
Yeah. You're kind of cutting in and out, John. I don't know if
Can you hear me?
yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Nick said in the post game presser that his hand was feeling off or something in the walkthrough, so they sat him down.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
his hand. Okay. I thought you said hammy. I was like, another hammy. Good Lord. I can't take it.
And
Yeah.
Let's talk injuries. I mean, we got out of there a little banged up. We got AJ Brown. Has anyone heard anything about his situation?
they didn't say anything in the post game presser there on that, so
I mean, that's like
he didn't really want to talk too much about injuries. It seemed.
sure, yeah.
Yeah. So Van Sumeren with a concussion, so he'll be down next week. Hopefully he can get back for the short week following. And then that's the problem. These next 2 weeks here. I mean, these games we got a Thursday night game right after our next game here, so it's going to be a quick turnaround. Hopefully this isn't something bad, with AJ. Maybe they were thinking we're going to handle this game with we can handle this game without him. Just kind of precautionary. You take the rest of the day off. I don't know.
But
mean, for
I
it,
if that's the case, I would like someone to come out and just say like he's fine, right? Like,
yeah, please. Like,
yeah.
why do we have to feel like this? I'm sick to my stomach thinking about it because if it's serious, fuck, dude, here we go. Like, we've seen what this team does without AJ. And I get Dallas isn't great, and I'm not sold on Washington either. But you need your playmakers. These are division games, man, and these next two games are more important than the last however many games we just played, because these two guys are the two maybe not Dallas per se, but Washington is definitely going to be the one that we're dueling out. That's going
Yeah,
to be
well, yeah.
the safest way to make the playoffs, because if you can't win your division, I don't know what the wild card's going to be like this year. I don't know what you're going to have to get your win total to
It's gonna be
squeak
hairy.
in.
It's gonna be hairy. Yeah, this
Yes.
division, God, I hate to say it because you know what I'm not sold on the Washington Commanders, but it's looking like the two games that we have against them are pretty much going to decide the division, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we do 2-0 against them, like that's the path for us. And
we almost have to 2-0 them, because if you look ahead at their schedule, unless they, I don't know, man, they could almost run the table. They really don't have much in front of them, talent-wise. Like I thought our schedule was easy. Their schedule is super easy too. So it's going to be like us, a foot race to the end here, and we can't drop dumbass games. Like if we would have dropped today, that would have been a huge deal. That would have been,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know that you make up the ground then, because Washington is handling. Like I said, I'm not sold that Washington is a Super Bowl contender or even a contender to us, but they will handle the majority of the people that are left on their schedule. So we have to do the same to keep pace.
100%. I agree. Let's talk analytics. What does that word mean to you? What does it mean to me? I don't know, but here's what I do know. Sirianni's got to stop with it. Whatever is going on, it's like you said in the chat. You got to have a gut feeling. You got to ride the gut. Stop with the analytics. What did you say? We left 8 points on the board?
9, actually, at the end
9.
of the day.
It's gross, dude. Like here's what I'm talking about. So you go for the 2-point conversion twice with the tush push. It's unsuccessful. I think that later goes on to impede his decision making on that 4th down, where just tush push it. And then he draws up some player. I don't know. Maybe it's not him. Who knows? But I think that it hurt their self-esteem and they wanted to draw something cute up. Stop with the analytics. Just get the points. And that way, the flow of the game, when you need the tush push, you can use it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, that's Nick trying to be cute. I honestly don't know what he's doing. He almost cost us this game with a lot of them dumb decisions. Luckily we got bailed out of it, but I don't know what Nick's doing.
Yeah, and like hearing some of the people like these media people being okay with these decisions, it's like,
No.
I don't know, man. And I don't know. Like I'm not a coach. I'm not a head coach. I'm damn sure I'm not an NFL player or coach or assistant or anything like that. So I don't know. But to me, it just doesn't seem smart. Like especially that one, and even the broadcast was saying like you took a point off the board to go for 2 and you failed. Like that's not good. That's not good decision making right there. Just take the point. Just kick the field goal. So I think like he's outsmarting himself. Like, dude, you don't have to be cute. You don't have to be Mr. Aggressive all the time. And don't get me wrong, I want a coach that's going to be aggressive over a coach that's going to be a beta. But
yeah, but there's dumb aggressiveness.
Yeah, exactly.
Dumb aggressiveness.
There's a line there, and you need to straddle that. That you need to walk that line between aggression and just common sense.
Yes.
Is what it comes down to. And it's just crazy. I mean, you leave 9 points on the board. They go down and score and we lose that game. Like that's all you're going to hear. But because we won that game, it's fine. Everybody's okay with his aggressive nature. Like at this point, in my opinion, at the end where he decides to opt for that 57-yard field goal, which you got Elliott, which we're going to have to talk about Elliott here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got hot take on him, but you decide to give Elliott a shot at that 57-yarder. It was what, 4th and 3? Like that, go for it right there. There, I would be like, okay, either go for it or fucking
Yeah.
punt it and put him deep.
That's
Like
what I would say. Punt it.
I would have been okay with a punt right there. Put him deep. Your defense is playing great. I understand the score was what it was. Defense actually was only responsible for 15 of those, and they were shutting that offense down. I mean, they 32 yards in the first half. They ended up with 215 total. They dominated them. Our defense dominated them. They took the ball. Well, they took a ball the way twice, and special teams took it away once. But I mean, we were dominating them. Pin them deep. So this isn't even a nail biter at the end. Instead, you kick the long field goal, you miss it, you set them up in awesome field position, even though they had to get the touchdown. So it's not like it was a field goal. So I could see that if it was just a field goal and Nick did that, dude, I would have lost my mind. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just take the fucking points, Nick. I thought we'd been through this. Like, but whatever. I mean, it's a win. I give the coaching a D, possibly an F on the day. I was not a fan of a lot of stuff that they were doing. Some of the decisions, some of the play calls.
Yeah, so
Uh,
here's an interesting observation. Like, so the last 2 weeks, happy pods after a win. This one kind of has the temperature of, I don't know. I'm not saying the sky's falling by any means, but there were knucklehead things happening that you don't want to see.
See, just playing down to the opponent too. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
when we play these good teams, we seem to play up to the opponent, and then when we play, teams that aren't as great, we seem to play down. So definitely
which is a
knucklehead
problem.
moves. Yeah,
That's coaching. I feel like that's coaching, but I don't know. I think we were still physical today, which is good to see.
Yeah.
Even though in the second half there, tackling became kind of an issue there. We started missing tackles. Losing the fundamentals.
I think we took our foot off the gas there, and that's when the mistakes started happening. With the tackling and stuff like that, kind of got complacent.
Yeah. And this is something that I hate, absolutely hate doing because it's a loser fucking argument and it's a loser move. But I have to say it today. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but the officiating was not great. And the only reason that game was as close as it was because of bad officiating. And I won't even say like so much the refs on the field, the review officials.
Yeah.
Like how you blow. First of all, why do we not have camera coverage over all of the goal lines? So there is indisputable evidence. Like for the NFL not to have that. You're a billion-dollar company. How do you not have every inch of that end zone and goal line covered?
I think you know why. So that's not covered.
Yeah. And what's more is I heard that they use that the NFL doesn't even have their own cameras that they use on replay. They use the broadcast cameras. So you're reliant on shitty ass CBS's broadcast coverage for your reviews.
Well,
That's dumb.
How can you rig the game for a guy like Patrick Mahomes if you have it covered and people can see it?
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. And furthermore, okay, so you don't want visual evidence out there. How about this? Put a fucking chip in the goddamn football.
Soccer does it.
Yeah, that's it. Case closed. It's over. Like there's no more did he get over the goal line? There's no more did he get the first down? It's indisputable.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, like Google knows where I've been for the last 8 years. Precisely to the location, to the, what do they call it when you have the numbers? What is that?
The GPS coordinates.
Yes, yeah, the coordinates. Down to the coordinates, but you can't tell me if a ball crosses a goal line. Get out of here.
Yeah. So on that Hurts that first one, that brotherly shove, he was over. I'm sorry. From what I seen, he was over, and they didn't even give that a second thought. That review came back quick as hell, and they were like, nope, it's done, move on. And Nick was screaming before they went to commercial. Nick was screaming at the refs, like, you're not even going to look at that? You're not going to review it?
Well, didn't they review it? They went to the wrong call. They even looked at it, right?
Yeah, and it was wrong. He was over. And they were like, nope. And then the Saquon one, which is the most egregious one, because that is what completely changed the trajectory.
That's when I was. Yeah, that's the one I was.
Okay.
They reviewed that one.
Yes. So that one was reviewed and not overturned. It was called a fumble on the field, and they just let it go. Like, What happens to these officials and shit when they blow their calls? Because, when players and shit do stuff wrong on the field, they get fined. They get, disciplined. I want discipline action against some of these refs that are blowing these calls and these officiating crews or review officials blowing these calls. Because this isn't hard, dude. A trained ape could sit at a monitor and see that this guy's fucking ankle was touched and he went down and the ground caused the fumble.
Yeah.
Like that's not a stretch by any means. It's fucking factual. You can see it. What were they looking at? Did they not go back the whole way? Like, I don't understand what they were looking at. Even the dumbass commentator, the ref that they have, that does the reviews and chimes in.
Yeah. What's
He
his
was
name?
like,
Gene
yeah,
Tassis
that
or
was
whatever.
definitely a ground caused fumble. He was like, he was touchdown. That was a ground caused fumble. Like, this guy knows it. And that was another one where the review came back quick as hell, They were like, yep. Play stands. It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, it was like, oh shit. All the momentum shifted over to the Jags, and it was just us trying to, survive the rest of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. That's weird. That's like it's baffling that call can get missed. Professionals, but they're union. The referee, it's hard to really attack.
Weird.
Them. But man, yeah, I don't know. It's a win, but yeah, there's things that need cleaned up. And
For sure.
And let's look at the positives. Scoring in the first quarter.
We did it.
Got it off our back. Man, that felt good. That felt great. That felt
great.
Really good.
Yeah, it went down. I thought they were going to do it on the first drive. They ended up having to punt, and then you get that turnover by Sidney Brown on that punt return, and it was like, all right, yeah, here we go. Kick the field goal right now, first down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
John was saying. But no, I'm just so glad because that's something that I am so tired of hearing. So I'm glad we got it off our back.
I mean, it's
media
so
can't talk about it.
They haven't scored in the first quarter. It's like,
Yeah.
That was a sick catch by Saquon Barkley
Saquon.
too, and that was nasty.
Yeah, so let's talk positives here. Saquon, for the most part, man, what a game that guy had today. He had
199. 199 was it?
Is that what he was?
I think so. I just threw out a random number. No, I think that was it.
I can
Yeah.
tell you in a second.
Yeah, let's get our stats guy on that, John.
Sorry, I'm slack
You're
here.
good.
Rushing 27 carries for 159 yards, and it was about 200 away from Derrick Henry. But I don't know what Derrick Henry got today. So
What was his all-purpose? I think it was 199. I hope I'm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was
just looking at
199. 199, 2 touchdowns, 30 touches. So 3 receptions, 27 rushes.
He's a beast. I don't know. Like that I heard you guys talk about it when I was jumping in. Like that hurdle, no look hurdle.
God, that was one of the most grossest things I've ever seen. My kid came running downstairs, like, "What are you screaming at?" And I was like, I was just like, "Oh my!" I screamed so many times this game. Like some of the most amazing plays I've seen this game, or in football, happened in this game. It was insane.
Yeah. Like the audacity to even do that. Like
I just don't know how I even seen him. To do that reverse hurdle, how did you even see that guy? Like coming out of a spin like that? Oh,
It was
man.
insane.
I just imagine who's it, Mora from the from the Giants. I just lose more sleep,
Yeah.
man. When you see that, I hope you cry a little bit at dinner. But
Was it Dave Gettleman up there or whatever his name is? He said it, and it's 100% true. Saquon is touched by the hand of God. Like, that guy is blessed.
like we said last pod, like he's a
ability.
specimen, man. Like I've never seen anything like it. You can't quantify like just his being. There's nothing. There's nothing I've ever seen. I mean, I don't even think I've ever seen anyone in person like that.
He's an animal.
And you knew that he was hurting too throughout the game. Like, he came out a few times, he's stretching his stuff out.
Yeah.
He's hurting, but he's every time he goes back in there, man, he's answering the bell. Like, it's hard rush after hard rush. It felt like he was getting stronger as the game went on. Like he was rushing, just as hard, if not harder, in the fourth quarter than he was in the first quarter. He's like, oh, I don't even know. And like, yes, he had that drop. That fumble, I'm not gonna fault him on that fumble.
That's not
That's bullshit.
him. That's not
That does
him.
not go against him. Like
I
that's
said it in the
complete bullshit.
chat that he should have did. That's not on him.
That's not on him. He had that drop, which was like, man.
Doesn't
But
even matter. That
yeah,
drop don't matter either.
I was gonna say it's not a big deal. It's just another, one of those drops. Like fuck. And then the biggest thing my problem with him was the when he went down on what was it, second down there.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I understand the thought process, but I thought we would have learned from Browns game when he had the ability, or he had the chance to just, pull over two guys and get the first down. Instead, he goes out, and it's like, dude, you didn't even need to go out. We had 3 timeouts there. You don't need to save clock. Right here, if you get the first down, bro, the game's damn near over. Like the 2-minute warning and their timeouts are all gone if you get the first down. Like it's done. So we're running clock. Worst case scenario, we run 3 times and we don't get the first down, and right there, it's an easier field goal for Elliott if you want to kick it or punt it. Like I don't know, that the awareness on that one. That is the only thing I will knock him for today.
Well,
and without him, we don't win that game. 100%.
100%. Yeah. There are 2 moments I think in this season that I think Saquon situationally cost us. Now, I don't think he had one in this game. Obviously the one being the drop with the Falcons and then the stepping out of bounds, but I don't think he had a moment of that caliber in this game.
No, I just go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I mean, I didn't. I'm completely with you there on that slide. I just don't like it. You got to try to get the first down there. You know what I mean? So
it was surprising he didn't. To be honest, I feel like he could have got closer. I don't know that he would have got it. Definitely could have got closer.
Well, then you got dumbass Nick. He's gonna kick this 57-yard field goal. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, I guess if Elliott makes it, but like that's a deep field goal. You know what I mean? For anybody. So
Yeah, and Elliott hasn't been doing good this year. I mean, he's now 0 for 3, 50+ yards, or 50 or more yards. He's 0 for 3.
You had a take, Clayton. You had a hot take. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna talk about some Jake Elliott and. We are back. Birds are 6-2. Man, I'm watching. I got the game playing right now. I'm watching the end, and I'm reliving it. We wanted to get in Clayton, some Jake Elliott.
Yeah, just it's a little. I'm a little concerned about him, and that's one player I have not been concerned about since 2016. Like
That's his tenure. Yeah, his tenure.
Like I've never worried about this guy. This year, I'm kind of worried. He's 0 for 3 on 50 play, and that's like his bread and butter. He's
right, and
he's missed ugly on 2 of them, and today was another ugly one in my opinion. Like I don't know. I don't know what's is something up with Elliott? Because I had sent that to the chat. Like maybe he's hurt. Because they asked.
Well, yeah, that's why we're going for it. That's why they're going for it on the 2 points, and that's what. Yeah, maybe.
And they had asked Michael Clay, I think 2 weeks ago, why Braden Mann does some of the kickoffs and Elliott does some of the other ones. And he said it's strictly because Mann will kick it further and Elliott's more of a precision guy. But I mean, I haven't seen Elliott doing it at all in these last 2 games. So is something up with him? Or is this just, just a little, dry spell here and, he'll have to ride it out and maybe he'll be good later. I don't know, but it's something that I'm worried about and I'm monitoring now. Like this is one guy that I never worried about. I don't even think about it. When we're like, all right, we're in field goal range, send Elliott out. I'm like, yeah, it's 3. Fine. But he hasn't been the automatic guy that we're used to from distance.
Yeah, I mean, like even like looking down the stretch, like if you want to be a solid playoff team, you got to have a solid kicker. And if our guy can nail 50+ yarders, that gives us an advantage. And if he's missing them,
the liability.
Yeah, liability. I mean, there. Well, I mean, like we have Elliott. There's no moving off of it. But
Mm-mm.
um, it's concerning, and I think maybe is there a nagging injury? Is that why they're going for it on the?
Yeah, that honestly, that really like came across my mind today, and I was like, holy shit! Hopefully he's not hurt or he's not playing through something right now because we just haven't seen him very often.
Yeah,
I don't know, just something to think about, something to monitor there.
yeah, that's concerning for sure because he was the guy. Like he's the guy. He's the 62-yard field goal, and the Giants. You know.
Propel us to the Super Bowl off of that momentum winning kick right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. What do you guys think about like trade deadline pieces after this game? I know we talked about it in the past. In the past, meaning last podcast.
Yeah, the one thing, I mean, depending on what AJ's injury is, I don't know if maybe we trade for another receiver at that point.
That's gross. Dodson had a good catch though, right? Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
just don't throw to him though. That's
And that would be my only concern with getting a wide receiver, bringing him in, getting him acclimated, it's not even like getting the player comfortable, it's getting Jalen comfortable with the player so he'll actually throw the football to him. Like if you bring this guy in and, AJ's this is complete speculation and I'm going to knock on wood. AJ's out for 4 weeks here.
Ugh.
Well, by the 4th week, you can't even guarantee that this guy's going to be integrated into the offense. So, depending on who you're getting, it could be one of those, like, kind of how we feel with Dotson right now, kind of a wasted 3rd round pick. Personally, I'm still where I was last time. We need an elite edge rusher. That's the only thing I'm going in on. The pass rush, Sweaty had a good day. It was kind of there, but it's lacking, and we're going to need it when we get up against good offensive line because this was not a good offensive line today.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, okay, yeah, like we kind of moved off of the needing to go all in on Crosby and Garrett because like our D line had woken up, but like we kind of came back down to reality and I would say let's go in on one of those guys. I don't know if it's possible, but I don't know.
yeah. With the Browns, I don't know if they won today, but Jameis
No.
Winston looked good for them. So yeah, maybe they'll still fire sale then. But I didn't know if him winning last week in that big game, maybe they don't fire sale.
Yeah, yeah. Tuesday will be a crazy day for the trade deadline. That will be the only thing it's crazy for. But
Yeah. Oh my God. The Browns got bumped today, 27-10. Jameis Winston, 235 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks.
Yeah, he's a pick monster. Always has been.
46 attempts. So that's about right.
we didn't talk about
what
this
I'm
on the
doing.
last pod. What is with this Buda Baker stuff?
I'm so tired of hearing about it.
I mean, it's like what?
Wild, but I hate to take shots at my boy, but the way CJ's been playing, maybe
Really?
pull the trigger. All right, sorry, I know I'm getting wild here, but
No, get wild. Let's do it.
Man, today was not a good day for CJ. It really wasn't.
He was out of position a lot.
A lot.
Wow.
Some of those big plays and big 3rd down conversions, because we didn't give up much on 3rd down, but the ones we did, I would just off of memory right now, I feel like I remember seeing CJ responsible for quite a few of those, or him being out of position on it, and it's like, dude, what are we doing here, man? Come on, like we're halfway through the season now, guy. Like we need you to start, getting into form here. Or Buda Baker. All right, no.
He's too old, I think.
Yeah. I'm out on the Buda Baker, man.
It's
Last year I was all in on it. I would have killed for it.
It's just tradition for us to be linked to an Arizona Cardinal at the trade deadline.
Especially Buda Baker. It's been like
3 years
5
running.
years now. Yeah.
Anquan Bolden, Fitzgerald, Patrick Peterson. I mean, like the list goes on and on.
Dude, even when Fitzgerald was 90 years old, I would have taken that trade. I love Fitzgerald.
I'd take him now.
He's one of my favorite non-Eagles of all time.
What do you think?
Just a professional.
Can Julio Jones still run? Should we? He knows the
Oh,
system.
To.
I would.
He's probably still in shape.
Did you guys
Yeah,
catch any of the McCoy celebrations or anything?
I missed it, but I know it was on at
Yeah.
halftime.
I don't think they play it though. That's the weird thing, right? Like,
Yeah, they did. They did play a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't see any of it.
Yeah.
I was I flipped over to the at halftime. I flipped over to the Green Bay Detroit game, and that was ugly.
Yeah. So I mean, it's looking like Washington, Detroit. Like Detroit, it'll probably go. Well, I don't want to. It'll probably go through Detroit, right? Like maybe we get a home game, 2 home games, and then I mean, hopefully we're there, but then we got to go to Detroit. So you need to neutralize Goff, and that's where you got to make a move.
And he's been playing lights out this year. At one point in the game, like I think he twisted his ankle or rolled his ankle last week. So you're expecting him to be kind of iffy this game, and you're out there in the monsoon. And when I tuned in the end of the first half, there, this guy's 11 for 11. I'm like, golly, man, just he's killing it this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Lions actually have a tough schedule. I wouldn't be surprised if they drop 3 games, and then I'll just go through it. So the Lions have the Texans next week. They got the Jaguars. They got the Colts. They got the Bears. They got the Packers. Those are 2 tough divisional games, so you never know with those. They got the Bills. They got the Niners at the end of the year here, so the Niners are a second half team.
Yeah, that's not easy.
And then the Vikings to end it. So they got a much tougher schedule than us. So and we're only 1 loss down from them. So yes, I would say right now, if I had to, forecast it, yeah, it's probably going to go through Detroit. But there's a I was gonna say there's a strong possibility that it doesn't.
I'm almost thinking that the team that we should be focusing on is Washington. We got to win 2 games.
Let's take a look here. They got the Steelers next week, which is not a gimme, man. That defense is for real, and Russ is playing better. Then they got us on Thursday night. Then they got the Cowboys, and this is where it really starts to fall off. They got the Titans, which are trash. They got the Saints, which are trash. They got us again. And then they got the Falcons, which the Falcons could go into Washington and win, and then they end the year with the Cowboys. And who the hell knows where the Cowboys are going to be at that point?
Could, yeah. I mean, the Falcons are looking like kind of maybe we got to worry about them. I mean,
yeah, they have the head-to-head over us, which is a problem.
It is. That's so like that's what I'm saying. That stupid drop, like that could really hurt you.
Yep, that could come back to cost us seeding. But no, I mean honestly, we can beat Washington 2 times, and that if we do, that goes a long way to winning the division. Like I think that may, because I think they're going to go into I think the Steelers are going to come into town next week and beat the Commanders, and then I think the Commanders are going to come into the link and we're going to beat the Commanders. That's where I'm at. I think they're on a 2-game lose streak heading into that Dallas game on November 24th. But yeah, they could also win all those games. So I'm not sold on this team, but they seem to keep beating people that are in front of them. So who the hell knows here?
Yeah. Well, we're about 20 minutes into this podcast, and we haven't even talked about Nakobe Dean. That was one. I mean, that's one heck of a play.
That pick was nasty.
I mean, like, are we putting respect on the guy's name?
I think so, along with Zach Bond. Zach Bond had a hell of a game, too. Man, the linebackers are balling.
Yeah. Yeah, Zach Bond. Man, I said he should have got the game ball. I don't know. Maybe Dean.
He has a pick as well. Dean, they both have picks.
Yeah,
turnovers are starting to come.
Both of those picks were really nice. I mean, Dean's was better, but Zach Bond, that effort to get over there and secure that before it hit the ground, that was good shit, man.
I'm just looking at it now, like that's my God. I mean, I've seen it previously, but I'm looking at it again, like that. That's just a great catch.
Gross.
Yeah.
And we needed that bad.
Well, that's one of those you're biting your nails at the end of the game. You hope the defense can come up with something. And traditionally in the past, recent past, we've let that slide and we've lost. But no, not today.
Surprised to see Dean didn't have a tackle. He wasn't credited with a tackle. He had 2 assists. But he was flying around the field today. Like, I definitely seen him out there. So
Was everywhere. He had 10 total, 7
Yeah.
solo
On.
tackles.
Man, I love
And
this
a
game
tackle for
Dean and
loss.
Bond. Like Dean and Bond, just that room, that unit. Oh, man.
So let me float this question: if you guys are Howie, how soon until you approach Bond on an extension?
As soon as you can. Before it gets
That's
out of
what-
control.
That's what I'm saying.
Continues
Like
to keep playing well.
he's stacking games right now, man. I'd almost try to get in there tomorrow. Like, hey, man, what are you feeling here? What are you feeling?
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, try to get him. Yeah,
End it up. Do it while it's cheap. Or cheaper,
Man,
at least.
cheap.
Cheaper, yeah.
Yeah, man. But is he like the guy? Like how many years does he have? How old is he?
He's 27. This is the first year he's playing off-ball linebacker. We locked him up for 1 year. It was a prove-it deal. Howie brought him in because of Vic's suggestion that this guy could be an off-ball linebacker instead of a fucking edge rusher. And Vic's looked like a genius right now, you know? It's
What-
looking like he knew what the hell he's seen, and Vaughn is very capable of being a quality, not just a serviceable, which I was that's where my bar was going into the
Yeah,
season for our
serviceable, yeah,
linebacker room. Can we just be serviceable and not a complete mess like we were last year at the position? Like, just be serviceable, man, please. I'm not even asking for, TJ Edwards and Kaiser White level of play. And just give me serviceable. But we've gotten way above that. Like, I'd argue Vaughn and Dean are playing better than those guys on the 22 team.
Yeah. What's the
I don't
market?
know.
What would you say? Like a 2 year, 3 year, 3 year, 3 year 30? Is that what it is?
That's the thing. I have no idea what the linebacker market even looks like right now.
3 year,
I would
27.
definitely, 3 year. The years right there. You got it. I would say 3 years. I wouldn't go anything higher than that. Wouldn't go anything lower than that.
Yeah. 3 year, 27. What do you think Peterson's eating for dinner right now? I guess a
Ice
couple
cream.
hours ago.
Ice cream.
He goes to like the finest establishment in Philly and orders vanilla ice cream. Just
Vanilla.
completely. Man, well, I think I don't know. I think it's a win. I have a sour taste in my mouth about it, and maybe on the rewatch when I really dive in, it'll change. But that's us being picky as fans, I guess.
I do have one thing here. That catch from Devontae Smith was absolutely
Yes.
insane.
Yeah,
was
that was
disgusting.
insanity, dude.
That was disgusting.
That's, and I told you guys this. That's the best catch I've ever seen an Eagles player make in the history of me watching this team. Like, that I've actually watched the game. Shit may have happened in the past that I didn't see, but like, I've watched every single Eagles game probably since 2001, 2000, somewhere in there. Like, I don't miss games at all, ever. So, yeah, that was the best for him to get his feet down. Like, the guy's a technician. Like, he has body control like I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And I mean, we need to talk about Jalen Hurts too. I mean,
Yeah, jump into it. Does anyone have any like hurt stuff? I mean,
yeah, he broke another record today. He did something again that no other Eagles quarterback has done in the history of the NFL, or the history of the franchise. I'm sorry. It was the first Eagles QB with a passer rating of 119 or higher for 4 straight games. In 4 straight games.
Yeah, dude, look at that. Like, all right, look, we got 75 completion percentage, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interception, 132. Puts rating 132.3. Put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name, guys. We
Yeah.
said it earlier. Man, it I don't know. Like I just man, I wish life could be so simple. He's the guy, right? He's the guy. He's the guy. We're not
Yeah.
debating that anymore.
I'll
We're not
take him as
debating
QB1. Yeah.
we're not debating it. It's not yeah, he's the guy.
And it
And
wasn't just his arm today. Like his timely runs were clutch as hell, man. He got first downs that we needed. He got out of trouble with his legs a lot. I mean, he had 67 yards on the ground and a touchdown, and it wasn't a tush push touchdown. Like he broke it around the outside. It was a nice run. Fred Johnson got killed on it. It looked like, but
yeah, hey,
but yeah,
that
I
was
mean
dirty.
that was dirty, dude. I'm sorry, that was dirty.
Yeah.
And I thought Hurts came down on top of him on top of him being cut. So I thought it was a double whammy. I was like, man, Fred's done for the day. It's Driscoll. And then he was out there the next drive. So good to see.
Dude, I just legit got butterflies thinking that we're gonna get some 2022 Hurts. Like
The last
I
four
don't know.
games, that's what he is.
Oh man,
He's letting the game come to him like he did back in 22. Like he's not forcing it like he was. Even that, like he had a bad turnover worthy play today, but again, that was a tip ball. That Devontae tipped that. It was still poorly thrown. Like it wasn't accurate, I should say, where it needed to be.
he could have let AJ Brown on that too a little bit.
Yes,
He kind of
yeah, that one that got broken up by Savage there. I agree with that. That would have been a completion if he leads him a little more. But that's nitpicking, you know? It wasn't a turnover. That play didn't really cost us that big, him missing AJ there. So I'll take it, man. If QB1 plays like this the entire stretch, I'm good. This team will be fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's 17-1 when he doesn't turn the ball over.
Dude, that yes, amazing. Like here's even the sacks that he's taken. Like it's like they're good sacks, and like they're like
Mm.
don't force anything. Just get to the ground. I mean, obviously you want to throw it away or whatever, make something happen, but like don't do anything stupid. He's not doing stupid things. Sure, we can work with a sack on, you know what I mean?
I mean, if I was the nitpick, which that's what this really is. Some of them sacks, I think he could just get rid of the ball, but like a lot of them are on third down, so he's trying to
Well,
extend the play.
Yeah,
there was
he's
one
trying
like
to
that.
do
There was
something
one
with it.
today, yeah.
Which, as long as he doesn't turn it over, that's really the only thing that matters. But I mean, some of the ones he takes,
Well, there was
sometimes
one
you should
today
just throw
where
it away.
he was kind of like rolling out, and it's like, why would you not just like get rid of the ball? But if the time it takes for him to he's got to cock it back. He's got to put a ball in a vulnerable spot. He doesn't. I mean, like if someone's coming up behind, like just take the sack. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just like he's protecting the ball.
Well, yeah, each situation is different, so
Yeah.
it depends. Really, I'm not talking about any specific one. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Speaking of throwing it away, I honestly thought on that Devontae touchdown pass that he was throwing it out the back of the end zone. Like I thought he was throwing that shit away. And then Devontae comes up with it there. I was like, wow, okay. Because he was standing there for a little while and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is he doing here? Launches it. I was like, oh no. He just threw that away. Fuck. Touchdown.
I screamed so loud, I think I scared Laura. She was like, I missed it.
Man, it was a classic game. Sheesh.
Yeah, a lot of big moments there.
It seemed more like cinematic than it should have been, right? Like we should have just handled business. And there's
we were. That's the worst part. We were until that stupid fucking fumble that wasn't a fumble.
Yeah.
Like even with the failed tush pushes and whatnot, it was that fumble that ruined us. Like that completely killed momentum and it put them back in the game. It gave them hope again. And that's the last. You don't want to let teams hang around and get hope and then grab momentum from you because you can get beat by bad teams doing that shit. And that's exactly what happened today. And it wasn't even something that we did. Like it wasn't a blunder on us. That was a 100% blown call on the field by the refs. And then it was blown by the review official.
Yeah.
And it completely changed the trajectory and the face of that game and made it look closer than it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Wasn't good. Not good by New York. Going to New York for what? You can do it here. Looking ahead, we are 6-2. We go to Dallas next week.
Yeah, we haven't won in Dallas since I think they said 2017 on the post game pod, but the post game press.
Yeah, that was our Super Bowl year that we. Oh no,
Yeah.
I thought we won. Did we win in 22? I don't know.
That's
I don't
what
think we
Michael
did.
Barkan said.
Yeah, it might be right then. I know Nick's 2-4 right now against them, so I would love to see us sweep them this year and get that to 500.
I want
CeeDee
to. I
Lamb's
want.
very banged up too. He has a shoulder injury. He was like the one guy just kind of like touched him when he scored the touchdown. He was hurting bad. So
Well, Dak's
Yeah. Dak's out. Yeah.
yeah,
Is he out?
Well, there's reports coming out of that locker room that the our beat writers are here and they're talking to people down there. They're saying that they're very concerned with his hamstring. There's a real possibility this is going to take him down for multiple
Yeah.
weeks.
I know, Clayton.
Which
You're I want to see at full strength kind of guy, but me too. I want to bring the pain on a full strength team, but I'll take it if he's not.
honestly, I think Cooper Rush is playing better football than Dak's
Yeah.
playing this year. So
Good
we're
gosh.
probably going to get a better product with Cooper Rush
Oh,
starting than we
no.
would than with Dak. Dak's
Yep.
been turning it over. He hasn't been mobile at all. Like he's been dealing with injuries. He's not seeing the field. Something's up with that locker room. I mean, Zeke suspended this game, didn't even travel with the team, so there's turmoil inside the locker room, and him and Dak are like best friends. So who the hell knows? You cut that out, and you bring Cooper Rush in, who everybody loves.
Yeah, that's a weird
different
backup
feeling.
quarterback
Trap game.
vibe. He comes in. Yeah. I don't
Another
like
trap
that
game.
at all.
Which this should not be a trap game. If you can't get up for Dallas, even if they're trash, that's a problem, man. Like, fuck Dallas all the time. I don't care if Dallas has 0 wins. Fuck them. I want to go in and take their soul.
Dallas, we hate you.
We hate you.
I love that. Well, boys, my brews. Anything else you want to touch on for this game? It's late. It's late for you guys. It's getting a little late over here.
I don't think I got anything. I think I said most of the stuff I had.
Yeah, same. I just want everybody to just take a breath. We're 6-2. I know it's not going to look perfect all the time, but a win is a win. As cliche as that is, a win's a win. And although this game, the score was close, what happened on the field was not. We dominated the Jags today. We took care of business. The score doesn't reflect that. So just breathe a sigh of relief. Sirianni's going to clean up his clown shoe shit today. Trust me. I think that'll be addressed moving forward. I think we're going to see better decisions in Dallas than what we've seen today. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing Nick taking points and kicking field goals.
Well, right. So, like, when's like the best time to after a plane accident, the best time to fly is after that, right? Because everybody's
on there.
Yeah. So like we got the mistakes out of the way. We should be smooth sailing.
Yeah, and that right there was a trap game, and we slipped a little bit into it, but we were able to dig ourselves out of that trap.
Yeah, man, I feel like we're like not like sludging along in terms of like the season, but like 6-2. Doesn't that feel like kind of like I don't know? I want to see double-digit wins, and then I'll be like, yes. I don't know. That's a weird thought I had, but.
I thought we were going to get that today, the way it started too.
No, I just mean like we're 6-2. Like I kind of, it's like, are we mediocre?
Oh, yeah.
I want to be like 9-2, 10-2. You know,
it's coming.
It's coming, guys. We're gonna pop out of here. If you want to email the show, speakingbirds@gmail.com. I don't know the number. I don't have it up. But guys, any last words?
Go Birds.
Great win. Go Birds.
Go Birds.